Hello everyone, my name is Nina and I'm here to guide you through a bedtime yin yoga class. So all you're going to need for this class are maybe some blocks or pillows. You can have either or. We're going to use them near the end of the class for when we go into Shavasana. So just a little something to open up the heart and create a little bit more comfort for you when you finish up the class. So to get started, we're actually going to start on our backs. So come all the way onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. Maybe rock from side to side. And begin to breathe very slow, deep, long breaths to help put us in a relaxed state as we move through this class and prepare for bed. And drop your arms out to the sides, drop your knees over to the right, and gently turn your head over to the left. Start to bring your knees back to center. And drop your knees over to the left and turn your gaze over to the right this time. Just allowing yourself to get settled here. If you're noticing any tension in the body, just begin to surrender and relax a little bit more into your back. Gently bring your knees back to center and bring your head back to center. Hug your knees into your chest and begin to gently rock forward and back until eventually you come up into a seated position with your legs crossed. If you'd like to use a block to give you a little bit of a boost here, if this is a little hard on your knees or your hips, blocks or pillows are really helpful to feel a little bit more comfortable. So we're just going to get started with a little bit stretches for the necks. So bring your hands behind the back of your head, drop your chin down to your chest, and just gently rock the head from side to side. Release the left hand down to the ground. Roll your head over to the right shoulder and drop your right hand down and rock the head forward and back. Are you lifting the chin up towards the sky? If you're finding any really tight spots, just hang out there and take a few deep breaths. And drop your chin back to your chest and roll your head over to your left shoulder. Again, rocking the head forward and back. And if you find a tough spot or a sticky spot, just hang out there and give some love with some deep breaths. Bring your head back to center. You're going to keep your left hand by your side. You're going to lift your right arm up and over to the left, getting a nice side body stretch. Feeling that space between the lower ribs and the hips begin to balloon open, creating more space with every single breath, every single inhale. Coming back to center, dropping the right hand down and lifting the left arm up and over. Keeping that left hip nice and grounded. Again, feeling that space between that left hip and those lower left ribs begin to open and expand with every inhale. And come back to center. If you have a block underneath your hips, just take that out from underneath. You might actually want to grab another block or some pillows for this next posture, butterfly pose. So you're going to bring the bottoms of your feet together. You can bring your heels in close or farther apart. It just depends on how this feels on your hips and your knees. It's a little bit of a stretch, a different stretch when you bring your heels in closer. I feel like that puts more pressure on your knees. So if you'd like to push the heels out a little bit more, you can do that. And if you're using blocks or pillows, you can just place them underneath your knees like this. I'm going to find a little middle ground between those two options. And just sit up as straight as you can and begin to fold forward as much as you can. And if this is as far as you get, that's totally fine, as long as you're feeling this within your body and you're not pushing yourself too much. So give yourself this time to be gentle with your body and go nice and slow. Remember, we're not trying to put the body in a tense state right now. We're working towards a relaxed state before we go to bed. And just allow your head and your neck to relax here. And gently begin to push yourself all the way back up. And bring your knees together nice and slow. Sometimes I feel like a grandma because my body needs to adjust after I'm in a deep stretch like that. So take your time and set your blocks over to the side. And bring your arms behind you with your fingertips facing forward. Take your feet a little bit farther than hip distance apart. And you're just going to windshield wiper your knees from side to side. So take your time here. We did a really big external rotation in that butterfly posture. So we're just creating some internal rotation to counteract that deep stretch. And close your eyes here. And bring your knees back to center. Come all the way onto your back. We are going to stay here this time, I promise. And hug your right knee into your chest and take the outside of your right ankle and place over top of your left knee. And you're just going to start to bring that left leg in close to the body. Relax your head and your neck down, flexing your right toes. Allowing yourself to relax, continuing to slow the breath down. Keeping your legs as they are, just release your hands out to the side. And just drop your legs, still in this figure 4 shape, over to the left. And give yourself a few deep breaths here. Just a little bit of a deeper hip stretch. Slowly come back to center, untangling your legs, and we'll switch sides. Hug that left knee into the chest, and then take the outside of that left ankle over top of the right knee. Start to bring the right leg into the chest as much as possible. Reach between the legs. You can grab behind that right leg or in front of that right shin. Lower your head and neck to the ground. Flex your left toes, and find your relaxation in this posture. Keeping your legs as they are, just release your hands out to the side and slowly guide your legs over to the right this time, keeping your legs in that figure 4 shape, and take a few deep breaths here. And gently navigate back to center, unwinding those legs. And then hug your knees into your chest. Lift your feet up towards the sky for legs up the wall, minus the wall. Just a little bit of an inversion just to get the blood flowing in a different direction. Taking a few deep breaths here. And slowly hug your knees back into your chest, and then extend your legs out. This is the part where we get to grab our blocks or our pillows. So if you'd like to do a little bit more of a heart opener, you can take 2 blocks. You're gonna bring the first block just to the bottom of where your ribs are. And then you're gonna lower down and bring your second block behind your head and bring your arms out to the sides. So you can hang out here. If you want something a little bit more cushiony or a little bit more comfortable for your Shavasana, you can take your pillows and place them behind you. So find your variation. I prefer the pillows, honestly, because they're so much more comfy. And just relax your arms down and take the next few moments to get settled into this posture and relax the entire body. Surrendering your body to the mat. Slowly begin to bring awareness back into your bodies, moving the fingers and toes and ankles and wrists. Having this be a really nice, slow process as you start to come out and make your way out of your Shavasana. You can just hang out here as I close up class, or if you're ready and you'd like to come up to a seated position and finish with a couple of deep breaths, you can make your way all the way up to a seated position with your hands on your knees. And just take a big inhale in and exhale, let it out. Thank you all so much for joining me for this gentle bedtime yin yoga class. I hope that you feel a little bit more relaxed and settled and ready for bed. If you enjoyed this class, don't forget to leave a comment below and subscribe to my channel. I love when I see you guys coming back again and again to watch my videos. I appreciate you so much. Thanks again, and I will see you guys on the mat in the next video. Bye.